Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. Are you planning a trip to Kauai with kids under 12, especially little ones 3 and under? We just got back from a family trip to this gorgeous island, and while there are so many incredible things to do, not all of them are toddler or kid friendly. So in today's video, I'm sharing 5 things you cannot miss when visiting Kauai with young kids, plus a few bonuses. We're a family of 5 with 3 boys ages 11, 7, and 3, and we traveled with the grandparents too. So we really had a plan with multiple ages and energy levels in mind. So get comfy, get cozy, and let's dive in. Welcome to the beautiful island of Kauai. We actually flew in from where we live up on the north shore of Oahu, and this trip was taken in November of 2024. Before we dive into all of the adventures, I want to show you where we stayed. So we stayed at the Wyndham Bali High Villas in Princeville, and honestly, we were pleasantly surprised. The villa was completely updated and modern, way nicer than what's shown on their website. For some reason, the photos online make the rooms look a little dated. They haven't updated them, but this place was updated and beautiful. Everything felt fresh and clean, and it had everything we needed for traveling with kids. The lanai overlooks the pool, which was perfect for our family, super close but still quiet, so we didn't hear any noise from outside. The kids all slept on the queen pull-out couch in the living room. There were built-in drawers in the TV stand where we stored their clothes, which kept things simple and organized. This is actually the second bedroom where my husband and I slept. The beds were a little on the smaller side, so we ended up having to sleep separately, which we're not used to, but it was necessary, especially since our 3-year-old tends to climb in bed with us during the night, and if all 3 of us were trying to squeeze into one of those small beds, it just wasn't going to work, so it made sense for us. The kitchen had everything that we needed to enjoy some meals in, which we like to do, especially when we're on a week-long trip. We also like to keep snacks, breakfast cereals, and just easy lunch or dinner options on hand, especially helpful with picky eaters, which our kids tend to be. Sometimes we would feed the kids before heading out. The primary bedroom had a king-size bed, its own bathroom, which was perfect for the grandparents, spacious, comfortable, and just a really nice setup overall. The layout of the villa worked so well for our group of 7. It felt cozy, convenient, calm, just what we needed. Let's talk about the pools. There are 2 pools on the property, but we hung out at this one because it was super close to our room. We did check out the other pool and it looked very similar, just as nice. This one had 2 hot tubs, a shallow walk-in area with smooth pebbles on the floor, and fun water fountains that the kids absolutely adored. If you're traveling with little ones, you can rent life jackets right on site. They offer a daily rate or a weekly option, which was about $20, definitely worth it for peace of mind. They also offer beach chairs and umbrellas if you're going to have a beach day. And yes, it does rain more on the north shore of Kauai. You've got to expect it. I actually caught this quick clip of me hiding under a tree while the kids were still happily swimming in the rain. Hanalei Bay was one of our favorite spots, and we actually ended up visiting twice during our trip. It's the kind of place you go once and immediately know you have to come back. The views from the pier are absolutely stunning. Mountains, ocean, palm trees, and that peaceful North Shore vibe. You really can't beat it. It's the perfect mix of wild beauty and laid-back beach town charm. On our first visit, we just came to check it out and walk the pier, but the kids saw other people jumping off and couldn't resist. So of course they had to try it too. It ended up being one of their favorite memories from the trip, and thankfully we had a change of clothes in the car. Always come prepared. We came back a second time and spent the whole day here. The beach itself is calm, clean, and the water is perfect for little ones to play and splash around in. It's super family friendly and such a great spot to post up for a relaxed beach day. Honestly, we could have come back a third time and still not gotten tired of it, but we ran out of time. At Haena State Park, we hiked the very beginning of the Kalalau Trail, which leads down to Ke'e Beach. Now, this is an 11-mile hike. We did not do that. We hiked down to Ke'e Beach, and it was such a beautiful, peaceful walk, especially just before sunset. The trail was super easy, totally doable for our whole group, from toddlers to grandparents. The kids had a blast climbing over the big exposed roots in the trees and just being wild and free in nature. When we got to Kauai Beach, the view was unreal. That soft blue-green water, the mountains in the background, it felt like something straight out of a movie. It was the perfect spot to slow down and take it all in. And then on the way back to the car, it started pouring. Like pouring rain. I could not even get any footage because it was not safe for me to have my phone out while trying to walk this. But we were completely drenched, and honestly, it probably made it that much more fun and more memorable. You do not want to miss checking out Haena State Park and Kauai Beach. On our way to Haena State Park, we made a quick stop at the Manini Holo Dry Cave. Just off the main road, it's one of those places that's easy to miss if you're not looking for it, but totally worth the stop. The cave is huge and open, and the kids had so much fun running around and echoing their voices. It's a great little adventure break if you're heading to the beach or hiking nearby, and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to explore. Definitely one of those free, unexpected gems that kids really remember. Glass Beach is located in Eleele, which is on the south side of Kauai, and while it's not a beach for swimming, it's one of those unique stops that's totally worth it, especially if your family loves hunting for treasures like ours does. It's not your typical postcard beach, but that's what makes it so cool. It's a little hidden gem tucked between industrial areas, and when you first walk up, it doesn't look like much. Honestly, you don't even know if you've arrived until you get closer and realize that the sand is covered in tiny, colorful pieces of sea glass. For us, it just felt like stumbling into a giant treasure chest. On the way there, we made a quick stop at Spouting Horn just to stretch our legs. The kids loved watching the water shoot up through the rocks. It was short and sweet, but it was a fun little detour. And again, this was one of our stops on our way to Glass Beach. We actually took one more stop on our way to Glass Beach, and that was at Kauai Coffee. It was a great little detour and perfect place to refuel. The kids were tired, so they stayed in the car with Grandma, so this was a little break for the grown-ups. They have a really nice shop where you can grab gifts or stock up on your favorite blends. There's also a tasting station where you can sample different coffees, which my husband and father-in-law definitely took advantage of. I stopped by the cafe and grabbed the most delicious piece of carrot cake, and then my husband ended up getting a full-size coffee for, a full midday boost. Outside, you can relax on the lanai and take in the beautiful panoramic views of the plantation. There's rows and rows of coffee that are stretching towards the sea. It really is something to see. They also offer free self-guided walking tours if you want to explore the grounds a little bit more. I think it would have been an enjoyable visit for the kids too if they would have come out with us, but it really was just a quick stop along the way. Number 4 is Anaina Hou Playground. And this is a must-do if you're visiting Kauai with kids. Like, you have to go here. After a morning at the pool, we decided to venture out and let the kids burn off some energy, and this is where we ended up. Our boys were seriously impressed, not just by the beautiful space, but how much there actually was to do here. There are multiple play structures, plenty of shade, and it's all surrounded by lush greenery and mountain views. It's seriously the kind of place where they're free to roam, climb, imagine, and just be kids. And I feel like during every vacation, you kind of need something like this that just lets kids be kids. We ended up staying for about an hour, but honestly, the kids would have stayed much longer if we let them. It's well kept, it's safe, and just full of beautiful opportunities for fun. Last but certainly not least is Waimea Canyon. They call it the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, and it is absolutely living up to its name. Waimea Canyon is full of rich reds and deep greens and jaw-dropping views that stretch for miles. We spent hours here just taking in the beauty. You drive up the mountain, and each viewpoint along the way feels more epic than the last. And just when you think you've seen the best view, you round the next bend and it somehow gets even better. This is such a doable adventure with kids because most of it is by car. You can stop at multiple lookouts along the way without committing to long hikes. There are 4 main lookouts, and we stopped at all of them, including the Waimea Canyon lookouts, as well as the Kalalau lookout and the Pu'u'okila being our favorites. The Kalalau lookout gave us our first glimpse of the Nepali coast, and wow, just standing there in the cool breeze with that endless view felt magical. From there, we walked the extra mile up to Pu'uokila on a nicely paved trail inside Haena State Park. It was totally doable for the kids, and if you're wondering if the extra mile is worth it, it 100% is worth it. The views alone are breathtaking. You are standing there just left wondering how this beauty exists. Waimea Canyon was one of the most awe-inspiring parts of our trip, including these views of the Nepali coast. It's a wonder that you cannot afford to miss, so if you're on the island, you have to go see it. We actually made one last stop on our way to the airport. We just couldn't leave without seeing Wailua Falls, and honestly, it was worth it. It's not a hike or anything, just a quick lookout, and you can take in the view in like 10 minutes, but wow, it's stunning. It was such a peaceful little stop and kind of the perfect way to end our trip, and just one of those moments that reminds you how insanely beautiful this island really is. Before I let you go, I did want to talk to you about Poipu Beach. We actually didn't love Poipu Beach, which surprised me because it's such a popular spot and everybody talks about it. For us, it just seemed pretty crowded when we went and kind of rocky and just not our vibe. That being said, if you are wanting to see turtles, then this is the place. And obviously make sure that you're viewing turtles with respect and you're not getting too close and you're just respecting the boundaries that are put in place. But you will see turtles, and if that is what you're looking for, then definitely check this beach out. It wasn't our favorite beach of the trip, but I can see why others like it. We were in and out in about probably 30 minutes. One of the great things that did come out of visiting this beach is that across the street from here is Puka Dog. And if you haven't heard of Puka Dog, you're going to want to check it out because it was the most delicious hot dog I've ever had in my life. The combinations sound crazy, but they are just right. And we really enjoyed our hot dog from Puka Dog. So definitely a plus and definitely something you want to check out if you are going to Poipu Beach. Let me see it.
Oh, that's good. Bye.
Kauai quickly became one of our favorite islands. The vibe here is just perfect. It's slower, more peaceful, a total breath of fresh air from the hustle and bustle of Oahu. And this is coming from people who live on the north shore of Oahu where it's already laid back and chill. The food was absolutely delicious, from fresh fruit stands to bakeries and coffee shops. We found something we loved everywhere we went. And even with 3 little ones, we had more than enough to keep us busy. Beaches, trails, playgrounds, there's something for everyone here, without it ever feeling rushed. Kauai gave us space to slow down, soak it all in, and just enjoy being together. We'll definitely be back.